right below the Arizona, Michigan, a couple of those teams. But I think there's only a couple of those teams up top. So that means you're right there. I always say it every year when I watch Arkansas. My favorite kid from Missouri, Trevin Brazil, he's always a factor. Every time I do a game, I think he's a huge factor. And you guys have seen it. We've all seen it. When Trevin does what he can do, he doesn't have to do more. But when he does what he can do, makes threes, rebounds, block shots, stay out of foul trouble, make the right play at the right time, then Arkansas is different. They're different. You guys saw that at Texas Tech. Like, he's a difference maker. So you mix in the young talent, the NBA young talent, and a kid like Brazil, and there's no reason why they can't be at the end of the year, one of the favorites when you get in the tournament, depending on what the brackets are, depending on how it lines up. Because when the ball is in a guy's hands that's going to be one of the top picks for the draft, and then you surround him with enough ability, great ability, unlimited, right? Can they rebound with some of these crazy physical teams? You've already played Houston. So there's nobody now, because of Cal, the way he's scheduled, when you play the Michigan States and Houstons and Dukes, that no one's going to surprise you on how they play. They're not going to be caught off guard that we don't understand physicality. But that's because of scheduling. There's some teams that don't schedule, and they get in that tournament, and all of a sudden they run against a Houston or somebody and go, oh, wow.
Hey, it's Bo. Thanks for tuning in. Hang out with Chuck and I every weekday morning from 6 to 9 a.m. live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Think about this, Chuck. Think about, this show's free. You don't have to subscribe to it. But imagine if this was the Chuck and Bo show. If you were listening to the show and you wanted to cancel it, you're done listening to us.
I hate that.
But there's no way to ever turn your radio off or get it off the Chuck and Bo show. How maddening would that be that every time you get in your car, you can't adjust the volume and you can't change the show?
Well, you'd start walking.
You can't turn it off.
we would be a healthier society.
Chuck and Bo show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
Do you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I love right before we go on the air, we're talking about, in this case, a video. And the first thing anybody asks or I ask is it real? We've got video of the fight at Bud Walton Arena last night, which is real. And evidently a fire at Doe's last night on Dixon, which is real too.
Chuck said, I haven't seen it on Channel 5 or anything.
I haven't seen it on the local news. It can't be real.
On KNWA.
I haven't seen it.
If it's not on the local news,
That's
it's
right.
not
Well,
real until somebody proves to me that it is.
But evidently it is all true.
We're out here in this wild, just trying to figure out what's real, what's not real. Here's what's real, Chuck, is honestly, we don't live in reality anymore.
I guess not.
So
I don't know.
It's what's real to some people is not real to us. But if there is an actual fire, that's real.
Yes. And that guy getting slapped at Bud Walton Arena on the video I saw, I think that was probably pretty real
punches
too.
Thrown.
Yeah, in the stands.
One guy looked like Napoleon Dynamite a little bit.
Yeah, that must have happened behind me because I didn't ever see it. Yeah. He got popped.
They got a snap filter now, Bart, of Napoleon Dynamite.
That guy, who's that band? Red Foo? Is that right? Does that ring a bell to anybody?
You're going to have to ask somebody.
Doesn't ring a bell with me.
When you ask questions like that,
Red
you might want to
Foo?
direct your attention, your gaze to someone
turn
else.
To Edward.
Because I'm not going to.
Oh, are you talking the party rock anthem guy?
Yeah.
You know,
those
Red
guys.
Foo.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, that's right. This guy.
Sing a few more bars.
This
I don't
guy.
recognize it.
Yeah.
Party rock is in the house tonight.
Yeah. Okay, that guy.
Still lost, but
You've heard that
Party
song.
rock
Oh, they
is
play it
in
at
the
every
house.
arena.
I'm sure I have.
every arena. That's what we catch you bobbing your head to occasionally if we see you on TV.
Well, I do like to
when they pan over to the announcers and
when I'm
there's
feeling
Chuck.
it. When I'm feeling it.
When the spirit moves.
That's
you.
right.
Why don't you give us an update, Bart, on the fire since we brought it up?
What's the story
What happened?
on this?
KNWA reports.
Witnesses tell KNWA a blaze broke out around 11 p.m. Wednesday in the 300 block of Dixon Street. Witness said she and others were instructed by police to evacuate the buildings neighboring the fire. Flames were contained by midnight. It originated in the back alleyway parking lot area behind JJ's Grill, Doe's, Eat Place, and Bordino's.
Oh.
That's the information
We don't know
as of now.
Any structural damage or
Back
whatever?
alley.
No.
Back alley's what I heard.
Yeah.
Efforting more
Do
information.
you wanna go down there and do a live report?
It's entirely too cold for
Is
that.
the local news on now? Can you watch the news and
Is
then
there a
come back
live
and
truck?
report to us?
Does anybody here have a live truck? Could they go live from down there?
They have
Do they?
live capabilities. I don't know if they still have to run the truck out there.
I don't know either.
With that, with our satellite truck
Yeah.
or
Those are great.
the Marty.
Yeah, the Marty.
I'd go down there.
But
I'd go down there.
Go ahead. I mean,
Go down there and
but you
see
got
what's
to. Can
up.
you do the report? Are you comfortable
try.
with that?
I can try. I took
It's
some
just sort of
journalism classes.
tell us what you're seeing. This is where Jackson could have starred.
I literally told that to Chuck before the show.
There has to be some showmanship involved. Like if you smell smoke, maybe a slight cough on
Why
the
don't
air,
you-
to add some drama to it
don't you
all.
go down
Yeah, Chuck, you can go down there.
I'm just saying. I'm coaching you up. Go down there.
I mean,
it's
I'm
got to
happy-
be dramatic.
Everybody's
you know?
volunteering to do it, but nobody's moving. I'll do it. I'll do it right now. I mean, the people want to know. They want to know, what's happening. You can't. We've got to follow the story. We can't just throw it out there and not follow the story.
According to the fire and police dispatch logs for the city of Fayetteville, they did respond to a fire on Dixon Street last night.
Wow.
So,
It is real.
yeah.
Do you want to call the fire department? See if we can get the chief on. Chief, what happened?
Yeah.
What was it? Fire. We put it out.
Chief, we're hearing reports of a fire.
Brilliant.
It's a great answer. A follow-up question. Any damage? Well, I couldn't really tell you. The sun hasn't come up yet. We haven't been able to do a full evaluation.
Sun is
Daylight.
still not up.
Yeah.
Daylight will tell the story.
Yeah. Let's go down there at the crack of dawn.
That's right.
What are we going to run into on Dixon Street after a Razorback 34-point victory at the crack of dawn?
Man, that was a laugher in the second half. I got to tell you, it really was. I thought Z was just going to, denigrate the entire state of South Carolina at one point. I mean, but they strike. They're bad. They're bad. That's as bad a team as you'll see. And all I can do is agree with him.
Totally hear that.
All I can do is agree with him. And look, games like that will get out of hand. South Carolina, it was funny I keep up with real time. When you've got a 6 a.m. radio show, you do kind of keep up with how the game's going in terms of actual time. The second half started in real time at like 9:13. It was over at 5:10. I mean, they just flew through the second half. South Carolina wanted to get out of there. The officials wanted to get out of there. Everybody wanted to get out of there. And fortunately, it finally came to an end.
It's like being at one of the.
Two and the.
If he could give us, yeah.
Still bang!
That's still not as good as the first time.
Yeah, the first time it was like you're genuinely upset.
That's awesome, man. 108 to 74.
Hey, I felt the same way at Auburn Saturday. I got to be honest. Sometimes when you're on the short end, you just want to get out of there, and they did last night. It'll be different Saturday. It'll be harder Saturday.
Holy smokes, man. So 35 years in the SEC, only 5 times has Arkansas scored more or won by a bigger margin.
Yeah.
5 times in 35 years.
In SEC
play.
They wound up dead.
They were dead when they got off the bus.
There was the most points Arkansas scored in the paint in a conference game since like the 90s. I mean, it was incredible.
Bang.
Bang. Bang, bang.
Goodbye.
Good, they're leaving.
You're going to have to get some of that Z stuff. You got to string together some of Z just talking about how bad South Carolina was. I got to hear that.
I got to get my hands on the full radio broadcast.
Sounds like something you ought to get on rather quickly. I mean, we gotta get the intern program going. I gotta have that stuff. I gotta have Z, as Chuck put it, denigrating the whole state of South Carolina. I mean, gosh, what do you do in that case? What if you're South? Do you go back home? Do you take a trip, like a team bonding? Do you go to Big Cedar and hang out for a couple of days? See, maybe you can get the conference room, have a off-site team building exercise.
It is.
We're going off-site. We're gonna have a company meeting off-site.
It is amazing how the difference in just 2 or 3 days and where you play the game, what that can mean in college basketball. I mean, you'll see a team, and we've seen it for years with our team, and everybody does. You'll look like world beaters or look like the worst team in the world, and the next game will be the complete opposite.
We talked about it being a get-right game, getting some good vibes going.
It was.
Man. 6 Razorbacks in double figures. Malik Thomas, 21. Darius Acuff, 18 points, 13 assists, no turnovers.
Yeah.
Malik Ewan, 18. Pringle, 18. Brazil, 13. Wagner, 12. I mean, gosh dang, if you didn't score in this game, what does it feel like?
Yeah. I mean, he brought the walk-ons in at the very end of the ball game. And other than that, Billy didn't score a lot. He did a lot of things, but he didn't score quite as many last night.
13 assists, most by a Razorback in an SEC game, 2 shy of the single-game program recorded or record set twice by Kareem Reed in 1996 and
Jabril Durham.
Dontel Jefferson in 2005.
Wow. That was a good pull, though, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
There was something that Hogstat sends us stuff during the game. Something Jabril Durham did some years back that Acuff was I know what it is. This was the 3rd time this year that Acuff's had a double-double with points and assists. You know, most double-doubles are points and rebounds. He's the 3rd time he's had points and assists, and that's the most since Jabril Durham did it 3 times. That's where his name came up.
Yeah, he was man. He was something. How about Nick Pringle? He have his best game as a Razorback.
Yeah,
he was pretty good.
We've been getting after it, honestly. I mean, Coach got a lot of belief in us. We got a lot of belief in each other. So the loss, it hurt definitely. But that's something we needed to just bounce back to be who we are. I'm really happy how it turned out tonight, and I want to continue to build. I mean, we broke out just now and said, 1, 2, 3, build. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to continue to build and become the best version of ourselves.
Cal talking about Pringle. I mean, remember Pringle killed Arkansas last year when he played for South Carolina
18-9
in that stinker.
Yeah.
And then he got back at his old team last night.
I was so proud of Nick. We were at my house, which is what we do before home games, and having dinner at my house, and I grabbed him and I said, I haven't asked you, are you okay? Like, yeah, I'm fine. And he was fine. Made free throws, dunks, blocked balls, rebounded. I mean, he was really good, really good.
He was really good, and I thought it set the tone early on. In the same way, he set the tone for South Carolina in this game last year over at their place. Lobs, dunks, all that stuff at the beginning of the ball game. I just thought it set a physical tone. But to me, the most remarkable thing last night, 27 assists, 4 turnovers. That's almost 7-1. And just to give you an idea, some context, Arkansas has a 1.7677, I think, going into last night. 1.76 to 1 assist to turnover ratio, and that's among the best in the conference. Last night it was virtually 7 to 1. I thought the way they shared the ball last night, the passes, everything was crisp, and people finished. And it was just a great night from that perspective.
Got them to turn it over a bunch. Arkansas outscored South Carolina 32-7 in transition, 22 points off 16 Gamecocks turnovers.
Yeah.
This was a
22
stuffing game.
22-2 in points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anything like that in a box score.
Now, South
That's
Carolina
incredible.
was down a couple of guys, but they're not guys that, would have turned the game. They were guys that were coming off the bench. He did have to play some guys last night that he doesn't play very often, and it showed. They'll be better than they were last night. They had a terrible night, but we've had them too.
Meanwhile, they had a little scuffle in the stands.
Little Donnybrook, I hear.
The ushers had to.
I didn't know this until this morning.
Break it up, boys! Break it up!
Yeah,
break it up right now.
Hey, that guy put him in a headlock. The one usher put him in a headlock,
listen,
man.
As an usher, you've been there doing that 30 years. Nothing's happened like that, on your watch. All of a sudden, bang! Here's the experience that you've been waiting for.
That guy was waiting for that moment. He was ready. He was ready to jump into action.
I'm impressed at how ready he was, because I don't think things like that happen very often at Bud Walton Arena.
It's the first time I've ever heard of it.
Me too.
What do you think his Aura Ring readiness score was, Bart, that morning?
Probably pretty high. Probably pretty high.
He was ready for it. I don't think he was looking forward to it.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
I just meant
that's how I
just
sounded.
meant like he's been.
I didn't mean to sound like that.
Ready for that moment ever since he started doing that. Ready to take action.
I was just impressed that I don't know how long he's been doing it, but out of the 30 years that he's been standing there, just watching games and telling people they can't sit there.
Finally got a brouhaha.
And he had to break up a physical altercation, and he probably was not expecting that. And I thought he did a heck of a job.
They handled it really well. I mean, it was over. Bang.
Hey,
bang. It was over.
Yeah, those were some good seats, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, get him out of here. And then the one guy's, we got to pull the audio of this, but you're going to have to, we got a lot of work for Edward this morning. You're going to have to edit there's some swearing, I think, in there, but
surely not.
Of the fight?
Yeah.
It's good audio?
Yeah, you can hear the guy, break it up, boys, right now.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, I mean, it actually should be something we're going to have to use here on the show.
That's a permanent drop.
We need an usher here. I mean, we do need security, just to kind of moderate things from time to time. Okay, it's Thursday morning, 6:17. There was a fire on Dixon Street. No reported damage. That doesn't mean there wasn't any. We just haven't seen any reports of that. Only there was a fire, and it was extinguished behind JJ's, Bordino's, and Doe's. One of us may go look and report back on the update.
It's possible.
Or we'll sit around and wait for the local news to do it. Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Mo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. The setup is really screwy right now. It is a cash grab, not just by the players, by the administrators, by everybody. Everybody. And if I was involved in it like that, I'd be grabbing now too.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You know, when people start talking about money, Chuck, and the lack of it, and the
everybody else has
paid,
it. Everybody else.
We get this from the media.
The media.
Yeah. Daniel Roberts, Business of Sports. Ohio State spent $65,000 on private jets to Big Ten Media Days in Vegas. Michigan spent $81,000. On the way out of town, Matt Rule and his group had $600 worth of smash burger DoorDashed right to the jet. And there's not a single part of that I believe to be false.
You know, this is the kind of stuff like 60 Minutes used to do stories about the government wasting money, and it would be front page news the next day. I mean, this is that kind of stuff, but nobody even bats an eye.
This is like average.
Oh, yeah. This is another day at the office, folks.
This is so average. I was reading a story today until it ended because I wasn't a subscriber and couldn't get behind the paywall. And I was about to go ahead and subscribe because I really kind of want to see this. And we might get into it later in the show. But it's the NIL newsletter or whatever from the guy that does some other business sports related things as it relates to college athletics. And it was talking about all these coaches and what's in their contract and what's not in their contract. And he said the use of private jets is as standard as health insurance.
Yes, it is.
To be a college coach.
And we asked yesterday, when are we going to see a $10 million player? Like, we're probably not that far away from somebody getting paid $10 million to play 1 year in college football. We've got those coaches already, and they have jets.
Right.
Private jets everywhere.
It's a different world. I mean, it is a different world. And, people are, somebody else is paying for it. It's nice to travel on somebody else's dime.
$10,000 an hour.
It is nice to travel on somebody else's dime, that's for sure.
And listen, we got into all this yesterday, but there's plenty of money in an athletic department that has $200 million until we spend too much of it. And when I say we, I'm talking about college athletics.
You're using the collective we.
But it used to be, we had this business in college athletics, which was, it's a not-for-profit situation.
Right.
Which means what? All the money has to be spent. Now, you can have maybe a little that goes into reserves or whatever in the foundation, but basically $200,000 or $200 million comes in and $200 million goes out. And so then what do? Well, you got to pay people more, and then you build facilities, and you've got to have a great, it's an arms race to have the greatest campus and the greatest facilities. And then it was like, whoa, we're changing the business model. We're going to pay the players now too. And they're going to make as much money as they can, and it's going to be an open market. And no longer are you in this like nonprofit way of doing things, but we haven't shifted out of it yet. Like, so all the people that were taking the money who got overpaid, we need a market correction. But that's never happening. Like, rarely do you see, for example, if an executive salary has risen to $300,000 a year. We don't see like 5 years from now, you know what? There's a course correction. Now it's 175. You don't ever see that. Once it goes up, it stays up.
Right.
Like, coaches are not going to be making less money in the future.
It takes a lot of money to run a college athletic department. I mean, we focus on the guys we see on television. They represent a small percentage of an athletic department. The players and the coaches you watch on television, the names for example, at Arkansas or other schools, they represent a very small percentage of the people that are getting paid.
The people that are doing all the work aren't getting the big money.
Well, some of them are. Some of them aren't. But, no, it is it takes a lot of money. I was listening to somebody, and we're getting off in the weeds, and I don't want to get too far off into
We
it.
spend a lot of time
We
there.
sometimes do that. I heard someone say the other day that, the model in professional sports is like, basically, for every dollar you bring in, when you break it all down, you get through all the expenses, every dollar you bring in, the players are going to get between 45 and 50% of that dollar, all right? In college, it's more like about 25 to 30%. The difference is the size of the staffs, and I'm not talking about the coaching staffs. I'm talking about go to a professional operation. I'm not talking about like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm talking about your average professional sports operation. Front office wise, the people you don't see, it's pretty lean and mean. I mean, it really is. There are two people, there's one person doing two people's jobs in some of these organizations. Not all of them, but some of them. In college sports, just the people working in the building, the numbers just dwarf the people that work for professional sports organizations. And all those people have to be paid. And so there is much more of a financial burden on a college athletic department. But when you hear stories like that, like you were talking about, the average Arkansan will never set foot on a private plane. The average Arkansan, when the
average American,
when they go to Smash Burger, it's not $600 and it's not being DoorDashed. I think sometimes people don't understand when they do these things how it plays. They don't understand how it looks. Maybe, life is, you don't think about that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But every time a story like that comes out, people do notice. I mean, they may not say anything, but they do notice.
It did remind me, the $600 DoorDash of Smash Burger did remind me of several teenage girls in a Starbucks order.
I'm just nuts.
I'm just telling you. Careful, dads, when your teenage daughter has a sleepover and you go, hey, you guys want me to get you some Starbucks for breakfast? Careful.
Yeah.
Whatever you had planned for dinner that night may have just changed.
You got a C note on you?
Jeez, please, man. You just hope that covers it.
I know.
How about a cheer competition? Your job as dad is to go get that stuff before. Yeah, we got to get ready. Can you go get, and then I'm going to just read some of these orders.
Get a second job to pay for that. Is that why you're doing this show?
And you, yeah, heck yeah. And you, absolutely.
Pay for competitive cheerleading.
And this show won't cover it.
That's funny.
I got like 3 jobs. It's 6:30, and my next one is to go report on this fire that happened last night.
I'm amazed at the number of people who think they're smart.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hog, Gutters.com. Chuck has thoughts. I want to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah? Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. You know, when...
Y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure. Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport, get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas has done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is eye-grabbing. And a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know, Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
I was just thinking this morning on the drive in, boy, it's going to be nice to see Chuck, and I don't usually think that.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bo's on the road. He's headed down to Dixon Street. We're going to get a report on this fire. There was a fire on Dixon last night, and once we determined that it actually was real, which is what you have to do in this day and age, first thing you got to do when you see video and read a story is ask yourself, is it real? And we've determined that it is, and there was a fire, and we wanted to know what happened. And we're not that far away, and so Bo hopped in his buggy, and he's headed down there right now, and we'll get a full report momentarily.
Report coming soon.
Yeah. The Georgia team, Arkansas, plays Saturday. Ole Miss beat them on a tip-in in overtime last night, 97-95 was the final. Auburn lost at Missouri. Auburn's 1-3. That's kind of hard to believe. They lost to Missouri by 10. Kentucky came back and beat LSU. LSU had them beat.
Buzzer beater.
Same old story. Kentucky hits a buzzer beater. Christian Laettner-like. And they win by 1 in Baton Rouge. Texas beat Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was ranked 10th in the country going into that game. Texas beat them 80-64. Beat them by 16. And, of course, the Razorbacks won at 108-74. Right now, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Florida are all 3-1 in conference play. Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Texas, Ole Miss, and Georgia are all 2-2. And Auburn, Oklahoma, South Carolina 1-3, LSU 0-4. I mean, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, A&M, Florida, all of them 3-1 right now. Bo on the line. All right, Bo. What's the we take you live on the Chuck and Bo Show to Dixon Street.
It is live, and it's nothing happening. Channel 5 is on the scene, Chuck.
Sweet.
They're down here ready to report.
They have their truck.
And there's a conversion van of sorts. I don't know how they're. I didn't ask them how they're executing the live capabilities. I know how we're doing it. I don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah.
But I can just tell you, there was a small fire down here in the back alley of Dixon Street, and there doesn't appear to be much damage. There's a small shed that looks like it took maybe the brunt of the fire, and there might be some what would you call the whatever smoke leaves behind on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
The
damage?
Concrete wall.
Yeah.
Smoke damage.
Right.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
And now I was unable to get inside the building. Rattled a couple of doors. I just wanted to peek inside the back of Doe's to make sure that nothing had happened inside. But I was unable to to do that. A serious lack of activity down here, which would lead you to think that everything's okay. And that's the report live from the back alley of Dixon Street. Back to you in the studio, Chuck.
Well, a little bit of a follow-up there, Bo. What are you bringing back for breakfast?
So I'm already halfway to Rick's.
Yeah.
Traffic's picked up a little bit. 639 here on College Avenue in the heart of Fayetteville.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does appear as though people are, in a decent mood the way they're driving and banting about this morning. There's a transit bus. They're right on time.
Well, now that you're out, could you go get to the bottom of that fight in Bud Walton Arena last night? As long as you're out.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe the usher will be at Rick's Bakery.
Yeah. Maybe.
That's what, you got to go where the people have coffee.
So, in other words, it just doesn't look like it was that bad? Would that be fair?
No,
wasn't that bad?
No, it looks like it was pretty minor. But that's I mean, the TV, you got to get that shot if you're in television, right? You got to show people like, whoa, we've had a fire down here, and I think they were struggling to find a spot.
Yeah. Well, the one picture I saw, I mean, they got a good shot. Whatever was burning, they got a pretty good shot of it. So I'm glad to hear.
How high were the flames? How high were the flames? And is that what you had a picture of, or was it afterwards?
I don't know, maybe an inch or two in the picture, but
I mean, I'm glad it's not. It doesn't appear to be bad.
Yeah, I am too.
But here again, I haven't called the police chief or the fire chief, or anybody that knows. It's 6:41 in the morning. Probably had a late night putting out the fire. But it doesn't appear to have been a fire of great damage.
Okay, but you are bringing back.
I mean, I was going to say I wish we had something dramatic to report, but I'm actually really glad we don't. Really glad we don't.
Well, good.
Yeah,
All right, sounds good.
So, but there's peace of mind. I don't feel like it was a wasted trip, but peace of mind.
Well, part of being a news reporter is not just telling people the bad news; it's telling people sometimes things are okay.
That's good. That's very true.
Yeah.
We need to remind people of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that got lost along the way.
Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, the open sign, the neon open sign is on at Rick's.
Wow.
And
okay.
I'm gonna be back with breakfast, and it's going to be a good day on the Chuck and Bo Show. Well, good news all the way around.
Head on in there and get us some food, and we'll see you when you get back.
I'll see you all about 8. Thank you.
8. Bo Mattingly reporting live from the streets of Fayetteville. We were talking, I mean, if you're just getting up, I mean, you guys probably do this too. Right before the show, we're looking at the video. There's fire, and looking at the video of the little dust-up inside Bud Walton Arena last night.
Do you want to listen to that, by the way?
Well, I mean, now that we've determined everything's real, I mean, that's the first question you have to ask is, did this really happen in this day and age? And it did. And this is the audio, I guess.
That's right.
You've pulled it? Yeah,
yes.
Play it.
Is
play
it
it.
bleep?
Hey, break it up right now. Break it up right now. Let go. Let go. He's through now. Let go. Let go. Let go right now. Right now.
You wanted him to let go.
That was our brave soldier at the game.
I will say
he stepped
this.
Right into
he
action.
did. He jumped right into the middle of the fray. There was no hesitation whatsoever.
Yes.
And I'll give him 100% credit for that. There was no what do I do moment. He had been trained for that moment. You could tell.
So ushers, they're allowed to step in and put their hands on people and stuff like that?
Well, they're breaking up a fight.
Well, I know, but, people –
well, what was he supposed to do? Go, you boys stop that?
No, I'm just saying, I'm just curious if that's part of their
I don't know. I don't know if they've combat training.
I don't know if that
hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
I don't know.
People press charges.
But he
looked like
a natural.
I just don't want the usher to get in trouble
like
for putting someone in a headlock if he's not supposed to.
I don't think he will. The police were right on the scene.
Yeah,
okay.
they were.
I'm looking out for him. I just want to make sure it's all.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of guy you are.
I thought he was I thought he was Johnny on the spot.
Me too. I thought it was admirable.
He was just breaking it up. He wasn't wasn't throwing hands or anything.
Right. He was just trying to keep them apart.
Let's go right now! Right now!
That's right. Right there.
Right now.
I'm assuming the guy was taken out and, he wasn't allowed to come back in. I don't know if he was arrested. I have no idea what happened.
No, I'm going to the jail site now.
There you go. Yeah.
The hair is indistinguishable.
Yeah, we got a mugshot. We can post on.
I'm looking.
All right. We got to hit a break. 877-377-6963. This is the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
You really make me want to call you a moron. I'm not going to do that, but I want to.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life, too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
This is not interesting. It's just interesting to us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeicherGriffin.com. Weicher Realtors, the Griffin Company. turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Can I be honest?
Please do.
I mean, this is me being vulnerable and transparent, which I know you love and are very comfortable with.
I know what's coming.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All well, all good.
Yeah, that was. I apologize. That was not an award-winning report.
I thought you'd come in and smell like smoke, and down there.
I mean, I could have done. I probably could have done more with it.
Soot on his,
I was way more interested in going to Rick's Bakery.
Yeah. Well, once it became apparent everything was okay, that's really all we were focused on. Too.
Yeah. I could tell.
Maybe you sensed that.
I was already halfway there by the time
I figured
brought
you
it
were.
up. And it wasn't much
he
to see.
was recreating what he saw.
I mean, I'm
down
sure
there.
it was scary. I'm sure it was. It has to be. But it looks like, everybody got to work in quick fashion, and the damage is minimal. And I don't think, other than hearing about it when you get up this morning, I don't think you would ever even know about it.
I think you're probably right, and it's a good thing we're able to tell people that.
Yeah, well, we're full service.
Yeah, we are.
That's what we set
Local.
out to do.
Live, local.
Live, local, late breaking.
Late breaking.
Brent is in Searcy. Brent, good morning.
Good morning, Chuck and Bo.
Brent.
Bo Mattingly on the scene report.
He is.
There you go.
Yeah, now I don't want people calling in and sending me on wild goose chases. Now, hey, did you hear about this thing over?
There's been a bad wreck up here.
We don't need any of that. But we will. We'll try to dig in on the significant stories affecting the community.
I had, for you guys, I wanted to talk about last night, SEC basketball slate.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to come to Fayetteville. I was down and out with the food poisoning, so I watched it on TV. What a night of SEC basketball. Georgia and Ole Miss was a very entertaining game. I watched that till 8 o'clock and switched over, and then ended up going to overtime. And let me tell you, LSU, I don't know what they were. I mean, they had an 18-point lead. They can't throw it in the ocean if they could shoot straight at it. And Kentucky, that Marino is a flat stud off daddy. And I wanted to know what were y'all talking about the fight at the arena last night?
There was a little fisticuff.
In the stand.
In the stands.
And, of course, there was video, which makes it a story.
Let's go right now! Right now!
That was just like in the stand.
Break it up right now.
Okay. But I believe the Razorbacks, you score 108 points, is that right?
That's right.
And you have 29 assists and only 4 turnovers.
27.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
And I got to say one thing about Georgia last night. Mike White does what Mike White does. Let's lose some that we shouldn't. So let's just make his life more miserable Saturday afternoon and go take it.
Yeah.
Go take a big win.
I don't love that happened.
McCarthy.
I don't love that.
Georgia's different. I mean, they get up and down the floor now. When I think of some of his teams, I think of like slow teams, not terribly skilled, guys that try to keep the game in the 50s. But It's not that type team.
I think we're seeing some inconsistency in the league, but all these teams, most of them anyhow, they can beat you. They can play a good game and make a lot of shots, and if you're not playing particularly well, they can get you. I think Georgia's one of those teams. I mean, they lost on a buzzer beater last night, like a tip-in. 2 rebounds, I think, on that possession, on the last second shot that Ole Miss won on. And they tipped it in and won the game. And then Kentucky had the Christian Laettner moment where LSU, there's like 1.9 seconds left in the game, and they throw it from the baseline down to the free throw line. He just turns around and makes it.
You could just feel that coming, though. Yeah. You could feel
Make
that.
a free throw.
Yeah, well, LSU
missed three free throws in a row.
Did you hear the rumor this morning that Kim Mulkey is going to coach the men's team too?
Oh, I don't doubt that she could. She can also handle a jackhammer extremely well.
That's right. I'm glad you remember that. She could handle it. Recall. Yeah, it is good recall.
That's good.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you, Brett.
Thank you.
Have a good day, man. Glad you're feeling better. That food poisoning, you don't wish that on anyone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that fire might require a new roof on the shed, like a very small shed. But, things happen to roofs, and you need them fixed, and you might need a new one. Teamwork Roofing and Construction is who we recommend because of who they are and how they do things. Licensed, certified crews, certified materials. TeamworkBuilt.com is their website. TeamworkBuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality and powered by teamwork. When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
This fall, don't just pay for a heating tune-up. Make it part of a Paschal membership and get year-round benefits for your home. For as low as $8.99 a month, your annual tune-up is included. Plus, members get exclusive discounts on air, plumbing, and electric services. Don't wait until there's a problem. Protect your home, budget, and peace of mind with Paschal. Visit gopaschal.com to learn more and join today. And Razorback fans, we've got exciting news. Paschal is now proud to be the official air, plumbing, and electric provider of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Hey, it's Bo, and I want to share something that's completely enhanced my day-to-day life. About a year ago, I started telling you about the Sweatnum Edge. Well, over the last several months, here's what's happened for me. My energy level is completely different. My exercise gains have seen a big jump. My mind is clearer, and frankly, life is just more enjoyable. Now, that's my story. What about you? Search the Sweatnum Edge online and get a free evaluation today. It's made a big difference for me, and I know it can for you too. The Sweatnum Edge.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes, and now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
For Chuck Barrett, I'm Bo Madden.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, kids. When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment, backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through, right? I wanted a cheeseburger, right?
Is it a fast food place or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite $15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah. And your response was?
$5 and something at the drive-through. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "No, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said.
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change. Yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Well, right now, Chuck, anybody can go. Like the whole world.
I know.
If you're a college football player, you're up for grabs if you want to be.
It's almost like sometimes you get online. Let me see how much my car's worth. I mean, some of these players, it's like, let me see what I'm worth out there on that open market.
When you do that, you're going to start getting hammered with texts. Never do that with your health insurance or how much your vehicle.
That's what happens when you enter the transfer portal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
Driving my son to school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Hogs are 3-1 in conference play. Put it on them last night. 108-74. It was over by halftime, and then it got really ugly.
43. They led by as many as 43 and won by 34.
Is that right? Was it 43?
Yeah, and it wasn't that close.
Wow.
It wasn't even that close. Their coach said that after the game. Lamont Paris said it wasn't even that close.
They didn't look. I've seen it happen, the other way too over the years. Arkansas has had a few games like this, but by the end, South Carolina, they were just trying to get out of there. In terms of real time, that second half lasted about 43 minutes, which is incredibly short for a second half. Everybody was ready to go.
Yeah, ready to have it over. Get it. Just can we move on from this?
Yeah.
And Malik Thomas was on TV after the game on the SEC Network doing an interview. Talked about Acuff's 13 assists. They were a happy bunch. The team was happy. They were all over there with him for the interview.
It was one of those get-right nights. You know, they didn't play well at Auburn. And, hey, by the end of the Auburn game, Arkansas was ready to get to the bus too. I mean, you know, you're ready to get out of there, and sometimes that happens. But South Carolina, you know, here's the thing. We were talking about how crazy the league is. Brent brought it up a minute ago. South Carolina led by 25 at LSU and won by 10 at Baton Rouge. And it's an LSU team that lost, you know, by 1 to Kentucky last night. You watch South Carolina last night, it's like, well, they'll never lead in the game again. I mean, they're going to trail every minute for the remainder of the season is what it looked like. But, of course, that's not going to happen. Georgia's reeling a little bit, you know, after that loss last night.
As bad as Arkansas looked at Auburn, they looked juxtaposed.
Good word. Good, yeah. You juxtapose that.
I'll let you handle it from there.
Against Auburn.
I'll let you handle it from here.
No, you're right. I mean, and that's just how crazy college basketball can be. I mean, it's night to night, where you play. You know, just all kinds of factors come into play.
I will say that Kentucky going to LSU and not playing well, they did find a way to win, but they haven't figured it out.
Man, I don't think they're very good.
I don't know what their issues are. They haven't figured it out.
Did I see the last bracketology where Lenardi had them as like a 10 seed? Did I see that? I saw somebody I thought Kentucky was like a 10 seed.
It wasn't Jerry Palm.
No, it wasn't Jerry Palm.
I did
He's
see
out of
Jerry
business.
Palm's joining us at 8:30 today. It is Thursday, and you've got it there on the thing. We got to get that on the screen so people can see it every day. That needs to be like maybe behind Chuck. Chuck and Bo, Thursday, 8:30, Jerry Palm.
That's right.
We got a flight
every
hat.
Thursday.
We got a walk-on Masters hat.
We need to put a small wreath on the sign there. You know.
Well, we've got the thing is like
a small wreath. You know, dark one, black one.
We're just halfway doing it around here. I mean, we've got a great little setup there that Edward has created, and nobody can see it. Edward's not on camera.
With the right camera angle, that could look larger than life.
It could look great.
You know,
it could look like the Dan Patrick Show.
Very, very similar.
Why can't some stuff just be for us? You know.
Well, that's not what we're doing here.
Okay.
I mean, I feel that, but we can do that. You know, at happy hour. This is for the people here.
Yeah, the folks.
You know?
Yes. Well, we don't do happy hour either, so. You know.
Well, I mean, you're welcome to organize it. You know, I mean, I'll be there.
Okay.
You
that's
just tell
the
me
problem.
when.
It always sounds like a great idea, but somebody's got to organize it, and that's where we run into difficulty.
That's just like dinner, man.
Yeah.
It's just like dinner. Somebody's got to make a decision.
Where are we going?
Yeah, that's
you
never been a problem,
tonight.
has it? Yeah, your turn.
10 minutes from now, I'm moving out.
Yeah.
You know, I can't do this anymore.
I'm tired of having to figure this out.
Every single night.
That's why Saban had the same turkey salad every day for lunch.
Saved his marriage.
Just and
that's why he's been married all those years.
A lot of other choices. A lot of other things, too. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's part of it.
6 Razorbacks in double figures last night. How about that? Thomas had 21, Acuff 18, 13 assists, no turnovers.
Everybody played well last night.
Ewan 18, Pringle 15, Brazil 13, Wagner 12. They had 27 assists as a team.
I mean, there were times they didn't even guard. It didn't even seem like they were guarding Ewan. I mean, he just did whatever he wanted to do.
He had 18 points in like 14 minutes or something.
Oh, yeah. It was just getting the ball.
Efficient.
He's going to score.
I want to hear what Chuck said at the end of the game because I know what's going through Chuck's mind right now. And it's not being there. It's like, okay, I'm going to get this done. We're going to do this interview. We're going to do these things. We got to hit these breaks. And I got to get out of here. But this is Chuck calling the game at the end of this blowout.
Shot clock's off. John Calipari heads to midcourt. He and Lamont Paris exchange handshakes. There's still 10 seconds to play.
There's still 10 seconds
want
left.
Brown to shoot. He's not going to.
I'd like to see him launch one.
He's not going to. He's way out on the floor.
Yeah.
There, the clock strikes 0, and it is over. The Razorbacks, 108-74, the final over South Carolina.
Chuck was still calling the action. They grasp each other's hands.
And as soon as we went to the break, Our producer's name is Zach. As soon as we go to the break, Zach, this is going to be a really quick post-game show. I think those were my next words. And it was.
They got it over with. 104 or 108 to 74.
That's a whooping.
They had. I think they had 108 points with like 2.5 minutes left too.
South Carolina went on a 9-0 run. Arkansas did not score the last 2.5 minutes of the game. South Carolina closed the game on a 9-0 run to get it to 108-74.
The bench crew that got in the game at the end, they played 2 minutes and 18 seconds, took 3 shots, missed all 3 of them. And that was
the
that
bench
was that.
crew.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guys at the end of the bench.
Yeah. You just named them.
I mean, why not?
The crew.
They're the crew. They're the cleanup crew.
There you go. So what's up next?
Georgia's Saturday. And, we're to the point, 3 o'clock. We're to the point in the season now where it's going to happen fast. Saturday to Saturday means you got 2 more games under your belt. And the standings can change in a hurry. Weeks can seem like months if you're not playing well. 2 games can seem like forever. But when you're playing well, you can't wait to get back out there. And I think this team's going to keep playing well.
So everyone's played 3 conference games?
4.
4? Mm-hmm. That's right. And is anybody undefeated?
No.
So 3-1 is tied for the lead in the SEC. It's early.
That's
right.
right.
I gotta say.
Right.
Early.
You were inside Rick's, I guess. There's what are there 5 teams? I had it punched up a minute ago. 5 teams that are 3-1, and you think about 4 games into the conference and nobody's undefeated. So it kind of tells you what the league's going to be like. I don't know. I've always felt like with 18 games, if you get 14, you're gonna be knocking on the door right there, and that's going to be hard to get.
Missouri, Vandy, Arkansas, A&M, Florida.
Those are the 5.
Yep.
I'm not saying our listeners are customers, but I would say that it's National Customer Day.
Mm-hmm.
Get to know your customers day.
Get to know me.
Get to know your customers day. So today we'd like to get to know you. Even though you're not necessarily a customer, you're a listener. You're part of the Chuck and Bo family. If you're not part of our family, you're probably part of Bart's. And if you're not part of Bart's, you're probably part of Edwards.
Somebody's family.
If you don't have any, we'll take you in.
Yeah.
But just, we'd like to get to know you today. So, I mean, you don't have to give us your height and weight, but, we'd like to get to know you a little bit.
All your vitals, all your particulars.
I mean,
40 time. That's important.
Do you know more or less than you want to know about Bart? Cholesterol's good this year.
I'm glad Bart's healthy. I always worry about these under 40 guys. Is he healthy?
Yeah.
And
he was worried too.
But Bart's.
It's a little early for a colonoscopy, I think.
Yes.
But why not?
Put it off as long as you can.
Yeah.
It's just a recommendation.
Yeah,
Put it off as long as you can.
We're not gonna,
I don't think that's the PSA
no.
that needs to be out there.
No,
Put it off as long as you can.
Well, I mean, he's in his 30s. He's in his 30s.
I mean,
not for much longer.
Well, but what I'm saying is like, it's.
Don't do it until the recommended time.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I mean,
don't get it. This is one thing you don't want to get a jump start.
You don't want to jump in too early. I mean, it's just.
Life advice with Uncle Chuck.
You don't want to appear too eager. You don't want to appear too eager, Bart.
Yeah, let's do that. What are some other tips that you could give old Bart over there as he ages?
Well, yeah.
I mean, we're all aging, and, you're creeping up on the big 4-0.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Wow, Bart.
It seems like that
a year
So
away.
I really, what happened to you that made you get so aware?
Just what happened? I mean, we can stop right there.
Shorten the question, bro. What happened?
Life.
Take it from there.
Man. What happened?
Life.
At what point did you become world weary? I mean, it happens to everybody.
That happened a long time ago.
I got you. All right.
Something happened. I want to know what happened. I mean, we just came back from the holidays, and I got back from the Rose Bowl, and you're wearing an Aura ring, and I'm like, huh. And you just had something different about you. And the next day, we come in here, and you're like, I can't eat breakfast. I got labs taken. Got to get tested.
Blood work. Blood drawn.
And you come in the next day, like,
I'm great. Yeah, life's good.
I'm like, well, something happened. Something made Bart, he looked in the mirror and he goes, man, I got to do something about this.
Was there a moment over the holidays where you thought, man, I got to get healthy?
Looked at himself in the mirror and started talking to himself.
I got to pull it together,
Would
man.
you look at you filthy animal. Like, what are you going to... You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
Start caring about you.
That's a daily comment.
Well, I guess the next trip's to Blakeman's to get
That's
something for
funny.
yourself. You can get another ring on the other hand.
Look, I'm not getting any younger. You know, you gotta take care.
Well, none of us
gotta
are.
take care of yourself.
That's true. I mean,
Gotta take care of
general
yourself.
awareness is a healthy thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I just want to be aware of what what I can
What's
do
coming?
to
You wanna
to
know what's
better-
coming.
to better myself.
How about your personal growth journey, Bart? How is it?
Where are
I
you
think
spiritually right now,
I think
bud?
it's going great. I think it's going great.
How about that for a question? How about somebody walks up to you and says, "Bo, how you doing spiritually?"
I've had people knock on my door and ask me that before.
Early in the morning, oftentimes on a Saturday.
Well, I just woke up.
I'm
out here in the wild and you're not helping.
We're
I
not
had
in the same place
some really
right now.
strange people knock on my door and ask me something similar not too long ago.
What'd you tell them?
Well, like it was a very strange conversation. I was like, "Hey, hey, I'm so and so. Do you know our Lord and Savior Jesus
Yeah, I was
Christ?"
gonna
And
say,
was
there had to be
I was
something
like,
in there
yeah,
like that.
I'm familiar with his work.
I've heard of him.
That's a good one.
And
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, great, that's great. Well, we're just going around. You know, are you big into prayer? Do you pray?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. And they're like, "Well, when you pray, what are you praying about?" And I was like,
Are you kidding me?
I was like, "Well, that's between me
Did
and the
they
big
ask
guy
to come in and
upstairs.
pray with
This
you?
It's
conversation's
called.
over."
Hey, excuse me, sir. It's called a personal relationship.
Like, I'm good, thanks.
But I'm gonna pray for you that you're not as hostile at the next door
Yeah.
you knock on.
I was like, "My goodness."
I'm amazed
I
you
don't
went
know-
to the door.
I don't
am
know-
too.
I
I'm
don't know-
amazed you went to the door.
I don't know what church y'all are from, but I don't want any part of it.
Like you can see right through my front door,
Oh, yeah,
and
you
I
see 'em
just
coming a mile
but,
away.
But
The
I
bicycles?
mean, they can see me standing there.
You see a bicycle? I'm going, man. Back of the house.
Well, you get caught off.
I'm going to hell.
7:15.
I'm in trouble.
I didn't know what Bart had on his mind this morning.
He's got a lot of thoughts today, and you people are going to listen to every one of them.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Parts. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Parts. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Parts. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Parts. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We were just talking about this during the break.
Yeah, we were.
And Charlie Baker, the president of the NCAA, made a big speech yesterday talking about the evils of prediction markets.
Evils.
And prediction markets and betting and apps and all this stuff, for a guy like me, it's just one big ball of confusion. I knew Bart would have some idea. So what are these prediction markets? What's he talking about?
First of all, I'm glad that Charlie Baker is spending his time worrying about this as opposed to fixing college athletics.
Fixing games is kind of a big deal.
So prediction markets. Look. At the end of the day, it's betting. You're betting on this, and prediction markets are a way, because of the way they're regulated or not necessarily regulated, it's a way to get around a state not having legal sports betting, right?
So what is it?
Basically, it is it's swapping event contracts with other people. And basically, you're betting against other people as opposed to an entity, right? So
I'm still confused.
So it's like if I give Bo 6-1 odds on Arkansas to win the SEC, and he takes that,
you pay him.
I pay him,
I got
right?
you.
There's no house.
I've seen this before, yeah.
And so you can basically bet against each other on real world outcomes, sports, politics, weather, pop culture events, and all sorts of things. You want to bet on who you want to win. You want to bet on who wins, who's going to win Best Actor or Best Picture at the Oscars. You can.
Can you imagine? Okay, if I'm understanding this correctly, and I may not be, but I think I am. Can you imagine what used to be general conversation you have with your friends,
yes.
Over a beer or coffee or lunch or whatever, And you're just talking about what's going on in the world, and every single topic was a bet.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Look, right here, highest temperature in New York City today. There's over $300,000 that's been placed on this market.
And so, like the market,
highest temperature in Philly today. Highest temperature in Miami. You can bet on anything.
The market and the number of bets.
This is for the real degenerate.
Sorry,
this is
Bart.
for the real degenerate.
Hold on. Your whole life becomes a bet. Like all of it. Like an actual bet.
God.
Which brands will advertise during the big game 2026? They can't say Super Bowl,
Right.
but you can bet
You
on
can.
different brands to have commercials during the Super Bowl.
Like who's going to be the first commercial, or like just brand?
Just which brands
anything.
will advertise? Amazon, 41%.
Bart's still rolling out something.
Yeah, so like
Sorry,
payouts
Bart.
and everything are determined by how many people are betting the market or trading on the market, whatever.
Is there anything in here on the Jehovah's Witness?
There might be.
I'm telling you,
it's
don't
how
go there.
it's how apps like
Don't do it.
it's how like apps like Underdog and
Good morning.
things like that can basically offer sports bets now, because it's just a prediction market, but it's sports betting. It's betting. It's gambling, and it's a workaround. It's a currently legal workaround to enable people who don't live in states where sports betting is legal to bet on sports.
So my understanding is, and I want to go back to this high temperature in New York City today.
How many total DoorDash orders will be in Q4? You can bet on that.
Wow.
Over 850 million.
So
wait. The high temperature in New York City today. If somebody gets it right, do they win all that money? How does this work?
No, it's
you
just,
win a share of
you
it.
Win a
You want a
share?
share?
Of it.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Basically, it's all about the language they use. So you're not betting on game outcomes directly. You trade on the likelihood of a specific outcome.
Yeah, so here's
That's
an
how
example.
that's like
highest temperature in Miami today.
Okay.
73 degrees to 74 degrees has a 42% chance of happening according to this market. If I placed $100 on yes, it's going to be 73 to 74 degrees as the highest temperature, I win $229 if it hits. If I bet no,
good God.
If I bet no, then I put $100 on it, it's $148 I win.
So you win either way?
Right, but
Wow,
if you put it
I
on
like
both
that.
and no hits, then you lose money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
But you would win more if you were right, and you would
Right.
win a little bit less.
If you take a chance and you're right, you win. If you try to cover both sides, you're going to end up probably
Well, you
losing.
could still win if you cover both sides and the higher odd.
Okay, I
side.
got to ask a question.
I guess.
I just have to ask.
My head's spinning.
It is. Well, I got
really
to ask a question, and because I know that there are plenty of a lot of people, a countless number of people that are smarter than me. But if you wanted Bart, Edward, if you wanted to become really good at this, do you think you could still be a human, like living and breathing and having a sort of daily, real life, like a life in reality?
No.
I feel like if I was doing this, that I would be completely lost in the world.
I could make a movie about you.
I don't even know what would happen in my brain. Like I could not even. Like, okay, so I'm going to do that one today, and then I'm going to do 5 more, and then the next thing you know, you're doing like. I can win, and you don't even know where you are. That's just me. I don't even know where I am.
Mental health would be an issue. I mean, it would. You'd go crazy. We should start with, speaking of going crazy, we should start one on how long will the Chuck and Bo show last? How long will it last? See, we can control the market there.
Yeah.
We can decide.
I'd also like to see what the 2 options are.
Well, do you have to have 2 options?
No, there could be multiple options.
Yeah, like somebody will predict 2028. No, I think it'll be before that, 2026, or I think it'll be 2030. And
how do you know this isn't already happening?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It could be the market. Edward's been running numbers since we've been on the air like 2 weeks.
There's some people behind the scenes out there in the wild that.
But it's the strangest thing, and he was talking about it yesterday, and I read half the first paragraph and knew that I didn't understand, and I still am not sure that I do. But it's
I don't know that anybody really does.
Maybe we're not intended to. I don't know. But, you know.
You can bet on what the #1 movie on Netflix is going to be this week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
maybe
you can bet on anything.
Maybe I'll just look at it not for
sorry,
the
you can predict.
Predict. I'm sorry.
Please.
You can
please,
predict anything.
Get the language
So,
right.
like the pro football, the NFL champions, the two options here, Seattle and the Los Angeles Rams. The pro basketball champs, Oklahoma City or Denver.
Well, if you click into it, you can. There's like
more.
every team.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the two. I mean, I don't. There's nothing I want to click on this page.
Yeah. There'll be a few things in your
I'm
inbox
actually
after
frightened to
being
be on the
yeah,
site.
Oh, your inbox is going to look a lot different later today.
I'm going to be hit with all kinds of stuff. I mean, seriously, it's like, what is real anymore? I can tell you, you go to Blakeman's, you look at one of those diamonds, and you
That's
know it's
real.
real.
That's
you know
real.
that's real. But I'm looking for things that are real. It's where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you mark your memories. It's the occasion. It's the promotion. It's the anniversary. It's part of your story. Blakeman's. You have something to go along with your story. You look back at it and you're like, that's the day when that happened. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, way more than jewelry. It's about your story. Pinnacle Hills Parkway. Go in there. The purple bag is undefeated. You know you got something special when it's in that purple bag. 7:29 on a reality Thursday.
Hold on, guys. I'm on the Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Chuck, you've been around a while, and look, I don't mean that ugly, and Bo, you've been around not as long as Chuck.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. You know, when
y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure. Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport, get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas's done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is, eye-grabbing, and a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You know, Oaklawn in Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Things are never going to be the same around here.
Reese Davis coming up at 8 o'clock, college game day. We'll get into the playoff and the college football world with him. This thing you guys have been talking about.
Oh, it's changed.
I've done a 180. It's so over my head, and I am so in. You can buy shares of the team to win the SEC championship for 19 cents.
You're telling me you can buy a share of Arkansas to win the SEC for 19 cents right now?
Yeah.
And if they do, that 19 cents turns into $1.
Well, and you don't even know what it could turn into. Like the value could go way up like the stock market.
Yeah.
Now, Bart has informed us that we can also bet on the number of measles cases in the United States this year. And that, of course, piqued my interest.
You're buying
Predict. You can
I'm
predict.
sorry, predict. I'm
Predict.
sorry, predict.
It's like the stock. I can't say it's exactly like I don't know enough about it, but it seems like it's the stock market. You're buying shares.
It's skyrocketed, by the way. The forecast for the number of measles cases. It's skyrocketed in the past week.
So if you bought shares for that last week,
you can sell
they're
them.
worth way more now. Just like
Yes. That's like
just like
So
stock,
you're
the
like,
stock market
go
going
measles.
up or down.
That's
Is
like
that kinda what you're doing?
if you
You're
bought,
rooting for the measles. I mean, really? If you've got money on it.
Yeah, well, what do you think
Here
Big
we go,
Pharma's doing?
measles.
Well,
Here we go.
Here we go, measles.
We're in the weeds now, boy. What do you think all the medical companies are doing, Chuck?
I guess that's
They're
right.
betting on it
I
every
guess
day.
maybe so. Okay.
Insider trading on measles.
Gosh, suddenly the world's crystal clear.
This is so crazy. Holy cow! We are way late to the party on this.
Oh, we
I'm
do
sure.
sound like a bunch of old guys sitting here. We just discovered it.
Listen, I'll say it again, and I mean it. You never know what's going to happen on this show. I don't know what's going to happen on this show. Sometimes it drives me mad because I like to know what's going to happen. I like to know where we're going. And then this comes up today, and I am enamored.
There's a live feed on here of what people are buying.
What are they buying? What's popular today?
Well, I sorted by minimum of $1,000, and it's just NFL, cricket games, Supreme Leader Ali common man.
Yeah, I mean, it's anything.
The Iranian
NHL Bitcoin price today at 9 a.m. Eastern.
You can
next
predict
US
all that.
Yeah. This is just like $1,000 and above, just every few seconds.
Let me ask you a
people
question.
putting in
How did you guys discover this?
It's all over social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So
advertising.
it's
They've advertised it.
Yeah.
I don't want
daylight out
to.
of
Yeah,
it.
I don't know how they're getting the money to advertise.
I know.
I know
It
exactly.
seems pretty obvious to me.
It's the same way that lottery number goes up.
Yeah.
I mean, people are looking to make a buck. Figure it out. I do think it's quite interesting that you can buy a share of a team. That's the part I'm focused on. You can buy a share of a team.
Mm-hmm.
Any team in any sport, you can buy a share of that team to either go win the championship or not win the championship. And either way, there's going to be a value that goes up or down on that outcome. Just like when you buy Pepsi stock or Coke stock.
For example, if you bought the 19-cent Arkansas basketball to win the league shares, they get a big win on Saturday. Georgia.
It's going to go up.
And, Vanderbilt loses one or Alabama loses one.
Well,
they're going to go up and you could sell it.
So to your point, Vanderbilt went down 10% last night.
Yeah.
So they were at 48% and now they're at 38%.
Yeah, and Arkansas went up.
So if you bought it at 48%, now you're losing money.
That's right.
But if
now
you
you're
buy
in
it
the
right
red.
now and
but you can hold. You can
yeah.
hold. Or you could sell.
Yeah.
Whenever.
It's just like trading stocks. It's like day trading.
It is.
This
It's
is
day
what-
trading
this
sport.
is crazy.
If you listen
Awesome.
closely, you can actually hear society crumbling.
You can.
If you listen closely.
You can.
It
And that
is,
part's not awesome, but this is awesome.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Charlie, I'd like to thank Charlie Baker for bringing this.
I
to
saw,
our
hey, who
attention.
knew? Thanks,
And the
Charlie.
president of the NCAA, Chuck,
Just to send him a bill.
I had no idea.
Like they've.
And then I spent a whole segment going, man, I can't get involved with this because my head will be like just mush all over the place.
And
then Edward showed me the SEC regular season
man.
championship, and you can buy stock in it. And I said, I'm in.
Kara, Bo's got a plan. Bo's got a plan.
This
Don't
is
go to
how we
work,
get
honey.
rich.
Yeah, this is right.
We
Just
finally
call in
found
today and tell them you're never coming back.
That's right.
We're going to ride the stock market of
Unbelievable.
sports. And it's so predictable.
Oh, yeah, it's easy.
If you really want to go into a predictable
Well, you don't
market,
you don't have to
go
do
into
those
sports.
Those pesky point spreads and things like that. You just pick the actual winner.
Man, this is wild. I wonder what's Indiana? What kind of stock can you get Indiana at right now?
I think they were like 75 cents a share to win. 72 cents a share to win.
And so, as they won games, the price
74.
went up. And so your value as a shareholder, your money goes up.
As a shareholder.
on December 1st, Indiana was 14.5%.
All right, so if you
yeah,
bought
you
it,
can
They're now
if you bought it
74%.
at that, and you sell it now, you can sell it even before the game.
Can we?
That's right.
Can we create something?
What's the craziest thing on there, Bart?
Well, I mean, measles is pretty
Yeah,
big.
and measles is up there.
No, I mean Clay Maxey's asking if we can get something on there for Bart to break 90. Like, how awesome would that be if we had
That
if we
would be
could buy
sick.
stock
That'd be sick.
in Bart to break 90?
People are betting on it globally.
And then
That'd be awesome.
during the round, the shares go up or down.
That'd be sick.
Have it on video. People-
Imagine if you retired on Bart not breaking 90, Chuck.
Yeah.
You bought in low.
Yeah.
You bought in at like 10 cents, and it's up to like $1.50 by the time he gets to 16.
If Bart misses this putt, I'm never working another day in my life. Miss it, Bart.
I mean,
Mrs. Noonan.
Will humans
insane.
colonize Mars before 2050?
Insanely awesome.
How about that?
You can place a.
Will what?
Will humans colonize Mars before 2050?
Where's the action on that
Any
one
takers?
right now?
Right now, it's heavy on the no.
Yeah. 2050 is a
Why
long
do
time.
I feel like that we've driven down productivity in the workplace today?
You know.
Oh, I think it's been driven down for a while. It's just a hunch.
When will nuclear fusion be achieved? Before 2030?
Okay.
Good Lord.
All right.
Hey, how about them hogs?
Get to know your customers day.
Yeah, how about them
Get to know your customers day. We are now the customer.
Whew.
It's National Get to
Suckers.
Know Your Customers Day. Also National Hat Day. Did you see the hats they handed out in the student section last night?
Those are sick.
Those are sweet.
Sick and sweet.
I'm in the market.
I'm in the market too.
Yeah.
I'm in the market.
Likewise.
For the hat. Anybody has one, they want to sell it. Just find me on whatever this thing is called, Kalshi.
Oh, you can bet those students are on there.
Will Bo get a corduroy hog hat by the end of the year?
Corduroy.
Well, how about the end of the day?
That's what those were, right? Last night?
Yeah.
Were they corduroy?
They were corduroy.
I didn't
hats.
see it up close.
I should have had you
I
go
just
over
saw
there
it
and
from
get
a
us a
distance.
couple.
Well, I
you
was,
being Chuck, could have
I
gone in
was,
there. And do those students yell your name when you walk by?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you know Bo? Yeah, I know him. What's he like?
Are you Chuck?
Yeah. What's he like?
No, I'm not Chuck.
Yeah.
Reese Davis gets confused with Chris Fowler.
Sometimes that does happen, I'm sure.
Chris Fowler was walking through an ESPN hotel one time at the national championship game, one of these massive hotels, like a Hyatt Regency or something, like just a huge hotel, and maybe it was New Orleans, and he and they kept calling him Reese. These
That's
drunk
funny.
frat guys that are there for the game. Reese. He's like, I'm not Reese. But they get Fowler and Reese confused all the time.
I got one time at a golf tournament, Glenn Day, and who's the other golfer from Arkansas? Ken Duke. I think I called Glenn Day Ken
Yeah.
Duke, and he threw his pen down and got up and walked away. And I said to Clay, well, what's his problem? And Clay goes, well, you called him the wrong name for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me? And he goes, why? I don't know. I didn't, I just didn't say anything.
Oh man,
It was a bad, it was a bad moment.
You put that in your book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gonna have a book?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
I can't remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
I should have been
That's
chronicling
true.
and
I'm
journaling.
terrible about that.
And I can make some stuff up.
Yeah.
I could.
I can make some stuff
Yeah,
up
you
with the
can.
best of them.
It would be fairly
Yes, you
close.
can.
I mean, it'd be fairly close.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Hey, if you're into more of a sound financial plan, First Security Bank can help you out. Look at this shirt. Bart. You got one over there?
Yeah, I got
we
a
got.
stack of them.
They brought us shirts.
Yeah, they're nice.
A little hoodie here. Love it. Thank you. First Security Bank, handling all your banking needs. From kids, junior investors, like you want to start your kid a checking account and manage it, and then, not give them cash, but maybe they have a debit card. If they lose the debit card, they don't necessarily lose the money. You just replace the debit card. We used to get them like a Visa gift card or something instead of just,
Right.
like if they're going on a trip and, well, if they lose that, you lose the money. Well, First Security can set you up with an account that is attached to yours. You can put money in, take it out, when they can use it, when they can't, freeze the card, all those types of things. Just one of the many things you can do when you bank with First Security, because they're all about banking better, helping families, helping businesses, and helping Arkansans. FSbank.com. You'll find them online, First Security Bank, member FDIC. 745. Good morning. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-Ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
The nation's best home court advantage lives inside Bud Walton Arena. The Razorbacks are back inside the basketball palace of Mid-America, and Coach Calipari and the Hogs need you there and need you loud all season long. A limited number of single-game tickets are available right now. Just head over to ArkansasRazorbacks.com and purchase yours today.
I want to see you and Bart in the old three-legged race.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me just...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside, residential or commercial, simple or complex. Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you owning the day? Like, if you're not, at that point, it's still early enough to get your butt in gear, right?
Can I point something out here? It's okay to drag in the morning. It's okay. I mean,
You're not helping this.
I don't care. We're not a self-help show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I've come to the conclusion after this conversation that life is one big gamble. It's one big
no
predictor
pun intended
of outcomes. Like, you
really
decide
like
on health insurance that way. You know, you decide on all kinds of a lot of insurance decisions, but a lot of decisions that way. And now they've got it right where you can do it. Yeah, Clay Maxey also pointed out there maybe should be some parental controls on there. And Chuck said they should probably think of some adult controls too.
Yeah.
I don't think they're interested in that.
No. I think they want us involved.
You know, for some people, it's about their house, like Weichert.
No, it is.
Like you making a decision on, do I buy or sell now?
Well, that's right. sometimes.
And that's what they help you
Well,
with.
and they actually know what's going to happen, or at least they have a pretty good idea.
It's a more stable market.
Yeah, it's a little bit more stable. And, when you are dealing with a real estate professional or a professional in any service, boy, the peace of mind they bring you is maybe the most important thing. And that's what I've always thought about with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. And that's the reason that I've continued to do business with them all my life. First time I bought a home, they were there. And then it came time to sell and buy another one. They were there then, too. And, it's not going to surprise you. I didn't know as much about it as I thought. And they fortunately did.
It's not
and
going to surprise you.
they got me from point A to the finish line. And they'll do the same thing for you. And they do have a wide selection of homes. And they're in Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson. And you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com.
They're about to do it again for me.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be in the market soon.
Well, I guess that's right. You're going to win all this money. And off the prediction markets.
Well, I'm not counting.
You're going to break ground on that mansion.
That's not part of the plan. But isn't it nice when something that's not part of the plan actually helps you out?
Just reared its head.
There's plenty of negative things that aren't part of the plan.
Got to pivot.
But, I mean, buying some shares on Arkansas to win the SEC championship, I mean, that's a – who knew that was a thing this morning?
Edward brought up a point,
If you think
though,
that they beat Georgia this weekend, you can do a little short-term deal there.
Yeah, see, Edward brought up something. There's some strategy involved. Let's say that.
Well, that's day trading.
You pick Alabama, and then a few things happen this weekend, and all of a sudden Alabama's at the top of the standings. You sell. And then, I
would just pretty much look at who plays
God,
South Carolina.
No, you're right. No, you're actually nailing it. What I was thinking is that we're going to have to quit our jobs to stay on top of it.
I know.
I mean, he's talking strategy and
the
stuff.
entire
How
show.
how'd
you do yesterday? Well, I don't know.
How are you going to get anything
measles.
else done?
I mean, if somebody came up with a cure for measles. Ruined my life.
I can see Chuck now. They did? Are you serious? You got to be kidding me.
There's only a 14% chance.
You got to be kidding me, man. No way.
My shares are 10.
They figured out a way to stop that? No.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Who saw that coming?
Never. Not in a million years.
I don't know, America 30 years ago.
Well, I guess I'm not retiring, but all those people are they're gonna be okay now.
Unbelievable.
What Christmas. Reese Davis is coming up at 8:02.
I wonder if he plays the prediction mark.
Let's not do that. Let's just get into the other stuff. Let's not do that to Reese. Kentucky beat LSU 75-74 on a buzzer beater last night. Missouri beat Auburn by 10 in Columbia. Ole Miss 97. Georgia 95 on a buzzer beater. Texas beat Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's stock went down last night.
Taking a nosedive.
Arkansas won in near record fashion, 108-74.
Stock moving up.
In 35 years of SEC games, only 5 times has Arkansas scored more or won by a bigger margin. Catch Chuck and Bo on demand. Like if you missed the Reese Davis interview, you can go back and watch it on YouTube where we stream the show, or wherever you get podcasts. Chuck and Bo on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. It's almost 8 o'clock.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Imagine every sip and bite feels like you're celebrating the finer things in life. Chef Shiloh and the bartenders at Tusker's Tavern in Fayetteville have just dropped new menu items celebrating a cocktail culture and culinary craftsmanship. Daily happy hour, 5 to 6:30, 20% off wine by the glass and $5 local draft beer. And for fun, they've created Unhappy Hour, Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 11 p.m. with the same specials. It's Tusker's Tavern at the corner of Mission and Crossover in Fayetteville. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Donuts, Red Bull, and lottery tickets. I mean, how could you want anything
Courtesy
more?
of the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine, like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites, like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag, still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at it. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment, backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through, right? I wanted a cheeseburger, right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark.
They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite $15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at the drive-thru. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "No, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said.
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change. Yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-thru. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
I picked up a bag of donuts, the little chocolate donuts. Chuck ate the whole thing.
That's not true. That is not true.
He ate the entire bag.
That's not true.
And then,
in one setting.
And then went to have his eye procedure done in the afternoon. And they were going to put him under. And they said, have you eaten in the last 24 hours? And he said, only a whole bag of donuts.
And then on top of that, I ate a kolache when I was headed home.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, let's turn on the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
All right, 8:02. Reese Davis may join us here shortly. In the meantime,
efforting.
We are watching in real time that Arkansas is now the favorite to win the SEC regular season.
Moved.
Have we moved the market? Have we moved the market this morning?
Seems that way.
Yeah. Just in the short time we've been discussing it.
Yeah. Well, we are the voice of
that's
the
the power of radio
the
right
Vox.
there, guys.
What is the
what are the odds
what is
now,
it?
Edward?
34%.
34.
Moving the odds.
And it was
The
before
voices of the
19? 19, is that what I heard?
Yeah, something like that. 20 maybe.
What's wrong, Edward?
So
nothing's wrong.
So you've already made money, right, Edward?
Is there?
No.
Reese says he's on hold and can hear us. We might try him again. There's this whole Verizon thing that happened yesterday.
Yeah, kind of messed everything
This
up.
weird deal. I don't see any calls on the line, but that might be him right there. There was a whole Verizon deal yesterday. Like if you had a Verizon phone and you tried to call somebody else on a Verizon, it wouldn't go through.
Really?
And you could pick up an iPhone and call that person, and it would go through. It was just there was some outage, some deal, and it was quite weird.
See,
I don't know. What
I
it was
read
all
about it yesterday, and I do have Verizon, but I didn't have any issues. I don't think, but maybe if I'd been doing something, I might have. I don't know.
But like somebody's there waiting for your call, and it'll just go to voicemail. Or you can't get through to them. Yeah.
Strange.
Another thing that we're discovering.
Yeah.
And,
it's just been a day
in
of
real
discovery.
Time. Here is the host of College Game Day, Reese Davis, who is in the middle of just frenetic activity, I'm certain, as he prepares for the national championship game. Reese, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Man,
well, thank you.
Doing great. Are you surprised at the two teams that are still standing in the college football playoff? Does any of this surprise you?
I mean, I think it depends on the level of surprise. I'm really a little surprised by Indiana only because I stupidly picked Alabama to upset them, and then also said that I thought whoever won the Rose Bowl that Texas Tech would beat them. Shows that no matter how much ball you watch, how much you study, you don't know. And what I don't know that I underestimated Indiana. I've been very impressed with them, but obviously, but I do think that the level of their ability to rise and have guys make big time plays was the one thing. I knew they were a well-oiled machine, just absolutely precise in every detail of execution. But the thing that they've done, in my judgment, during this playoff and really in the Big Ten championship game, is they've had guys step up and make the huge game-changing plays when necessary. Whether it's Charlie Becker making a catch in the Big Ten championship game, whether it's D'Angelo Pons knocking the ball loose when Alabama was trying to get back in the game, or the pick six to start the Oregon game. They've shown that star quality that sometimes separates elite teams. So I think from that standpoint, that's one thing that they've really proven to me that's been impressive. Miami, on the other hand, I sort of felt for much of the year, not much of the year, before the mid-portion of the year prior to their 2 losses, I had them ranked number 1 in the country. I thought they looked like the best team to me. So what I've been surprised by with with Miami, is that they haven't shot themselves in the foot, that they haven't screwed a game up. Now, they tried, in the Ole Miss game a little bit, but, that turned out to be a great finish. So I guess surprising that Miami hasn't messed it up, and impressed that Indiana has found guys who with individual skills can break games wide open, and I think that's really impressive for both teams.
Indiana, Reese, has been so dominant in seemingly every area. In your conversations with the football people you work with, has anyone identified a weakness? Has anyone said, okay, we can exploit this? Because it doesn't seem like they have. I don't know that there's anything. The one thing I think that you would look for, and it might come to play in this game, is if you don't allow them room to slant, stunt, get penetration in the backfield, can you line up and just run on them? Now nobody has, but this is probably a little bit of a different animal in terms of the offensive line. Miami has run the ball so much better in this playoff than, not that they were a bad running team, but in the playoff, they've, it's like Mark Fletcher, they've become an elite running offense. And, if they're able to do that, I don't know if you would characterize it as a weakness, but maybe, just maybe an area where you can find some success. Now, the flip side to that is that nobody has done that because Indiana has been elite as a rush defense. They allow, under 3 yards a carry. I think they've allowed, maybe 6 rushing touchdowns all season, like 75 yards a game. They've been elite. But I think very highly of this Miami offensive line. And so I think that's going to be a really big factor if Miami's going to have a good opportunity to win the national championship on Monday night.
Reese, you've been doing this a long time, calling games, hosting College Game Day, and certainly seen this environment a bunch. And we can talk about this game in terms of what's happened with both teams. What does this moment do to impact the possible outcome of this game based on just things you've seen like this in the past?
Well, I think the thing is the whole deal is I don't think anyone doubts Indiana anymore. And Signetti said a while back that we're the emerging power. Remember in the midseason there was talk, should he go to Penn State?
Right.
Would he have a better chance to win the national championship and create a lasting power? And he's kind of like, we're the emerging new superpower. And I've seen nothing to dispute that claim. And I think for Miami, sort of the near quarter century of wandering in the wilderness, just being back on the stage is a really big deal. And, both of them have done it sort of in the modern way. Now, Miami's had a real core of guys that they brought in, but their star players, a lot of them anyway, are guys that they've picked up in the portal who are more veteran guys. Mesidor, certainly the quarterbacks the last 2 years, Cam Morton and Carson Beck this year. And Indiana's obviously done it through the portal. So, they've shown, I think, that having a philosophy of, in Indiana's case, production over potential, going for older guys. I think Indiana has 28 guys in the last year of eligibility in college football, although that could certainly change given the next court case. Who knows what might happen there? Somebody might go sue on the grounds of, I just want to play a little longer, and then say, yeah, okay, come on. But they do have an older team. Miami's got an older team also. And I think that, maybe it's sort of like they always say, the NFL is a copycat league. College football is copycat also. And it'll be interesting to see how many people reevaluate their philosophy of how they construct their rosters.
I mean, it's such a weird time that we're in. You know, the games are great. The television audiences are huge. But off the field, I mean, you know, we're watching Ryan Silverfield here at Arkansas, Reese, and they're bringing 15, 20 guys in at a time. And this isn't some recruiting weekend where you spend the weekend and you do all the things and you tour the facilities. I mean, you're basically like the revolving door of going through the coach's office and trying to get a deal done before they leave campus. Where do you – I was asking this question yesterday, and I don't know if anybody has the answer, but, like, where are we headed? I mean, I see maybe a $10 million player in our future. I mean, you can imagine anything. Where does this end up going in the next 2 to 5 years?
I don't know the time frame, Bo, to be honest with you. It's like the time frame. I think the end result is going to have to be what we've all said for quite some time. It'll have to be collectively bargained. It's going to look like more like it's already professional sports, but it's going to look like a professional sports league eventually. But the problem with that right now is who's negotiating? I mean, are you negotiating with the CSC? I mean, not with the NCAA, though that would be an entity. Are you doing it with each conference? Is there a new group to be formed? Is it going to be the college football playoff? And then the other side, who's representing the players, you know, that would have their best interest at heart? And also, along with that, at this moment in time, why would the players be motivated to do that? They're in a really good spot right now in terms of those, you know, the things you're talking about, negotiating contracts. They haven't been historically, so why would they automatically give this power back because all of a sudden the institutions, the leagues, the conferences, they don't like it anymore? So, you know, there are a lot of hurdles to figure out, and I hope it doesn't take the thing becoming totally broken before people, before we straighten it out, because it's not broken right now in terms of appeal. And people keep finding the money. I keep hearing this is not sustainable, and then the next quarterback goes for $6 million. Appears to be fairly sustainable, you know, right now. Maybe long term it's not. But I think that's the big thing. The one thing I do think that some of us older guys are undervaluing and underestimating is the fans' reaction to this. I don't think there's the widespread distaste that many believe. Are there pockets of it? Yes. When you lose a player you like, does that make you mad and say this system stinks? I mean, as a fan, yes. But what happens when you get the player you like? Oh, this is great. Look, we just acquired a free agent. And I think the reason that people aren't as put off by it, particularly younger people, is that on some levels, it's a lot like constructing your fantasy team. You know, you go into the offseason, you have this draft, you all of a sudden you bring Cam Coleman, you know, from Auburn to Texas. Look at this, we got Cam Coleman now. Now I'm gonna put him in my lineup, you know, this weekend and see what happens. And I think because of the pervasiveness of that, I think a lot of the fans, particularly younger ones, aren't terribly put off by it. It's some of the older ones that are. There's always going to be the divorce component. And what I mean by that is fans want the players because I don't think they're jealous of them. I think they admire them. And they think, boy, that must be great to run out on the field with the Razorbacks and hear Woo Pig Suey. And they love that, and they admire them, and they're rooting for them, and they want them to win. You know, they're excited about that. And sure, they get mad when they lose, but they're excited about it. And they love it. And they love watching that moment. So when a player leaves, it feels like to a fan, oftentimes it feels like you've been rejected. So you're going to get mad and lash out, and you're not going to say nice things about that player. But then the next player is going to come in, and you're going to feel great about them all over again. So I think there are a lot of emotional components to this that, you know, people are looking at and saying it's not sustainable. The only time it's not sustainable is when people stop putting out the money, and you know maybe that has a cap. But you know, look at the motivation you get from winning. Indiana's alums, maybe not most notably, but you know, very notably, Mark Cuban. Has been motivated. I think some of their other wealthy alums have been motivated by winning. And, you know, when you're motivated by winning, you can continue to pay these big salaries. So the short answer is, which is impossible at this point, I don't know the end, but I think ultimately at some point, maybe even after you and I are out of it, it will look it will be constructed very much like a pro sports league in terms of collective bargaining and rules and player movement and all of that type of thing.
Reese, I know you're not. We'll let you go with this. I know you're not all up on Arkansas and who they got in the portal and all that. I wouldn't think with everything that you are focused on in this moment. But I know you're familiar with Silverfield. I know you're familiar with Arkansas. And in this new era, I think sometimes the Razorback fans, it's like, well, I don't know if we have enough money to compete. When they see the money that's being spent at other schools. What are your thoughts on just a place like Arkansas and Silverfield coming in here and what it's going to take to not necessarily win a national championship, but, to get to an 8-9 win season with maybe an expanded playoff and a chance to get into it?
They still have that Walmart business out there and that Tyson chicken stuff. They still have that.
It's still here. Still Fortune 100 companies.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. That's going to be the place to start. You have to be able to compete unless you are just superior talent evaluators. Now, see, that's the one thing that Indiana now is in the mix for a lot of the bigger prizes in terms of compensation, but not originally, not when he first got there. Yep. And he's just a superb talent evaluator and coach. So I think that's the place to start. If you can be a superb talent evaluator and coach, get those guys and then build some momentum. So I certainly think Arkansas can. I've heard, you guys would know this better than I, but I've heard that there are alignment, issues from the top. And so it's such a mystery to me as to, why. It's sort of like, why does there need to be team chemistry in baseball? Because baseball is an individual sport within a team concept. You're not going to be more likely to throw a strike because you hate your second, or less likely because you hate your second baseman, or not going to get a hit because you don't like the guy batting behind you, but still somehow it has an impact. And I think the same thing is true with this college football concept of alignment. If the administration, the athletic department, coaches all have a similar vision, all working in the same direction, all finding their money and their players in the right places. I think all of that matters. Why it does is a little bit confounding sometimes, but it does. So I think if Arkansas can get an alignment, I see no reason why there aren't great opportunities to do the things that you just mentioned.
Reese, look forward to seeing you in Miami, my friend. Appreciate you making time for us. We know how busy you are. It means a lot.
Thank you, Reese.
Anytime, guys. All right, take care now.
Man. Safe
Bye-bye.
travels. Thanks. Reese Davis, host of College Game Day, one of the great guys anywhere, but certainly in this business. Yeah, I mean, just some thoughtful answers there that we'll get into when we come back. If you're looking for a place to watch the national championship game, maybe watch Arkansas's away game at Georgia on Saturday. Walk-Ons is a great place to do it. They've got the best viewing experience. The audio's on. You can hear the game well. More than 60 televisions at every Walk-Ons location, and the food's great. And they have Flight by Yingling on tap. So if you're looking for a flight, 95 calories, tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer. The next generation of light beer, Flight by Yingling, brewed from America's oldest brewery. It's 8:19 on the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Thursday morning. Good morning. I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorbacks. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eyes. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye, and you will be too.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is proudly driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. We've been talking about them for a number of years. The truth is, they've been Northwest Arkansas's premier vehicle dealership for really as long as I can remember. There are lots of reasons for that. Starts with great brands: Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. And then they've got the largest pre-owned selection that you're going to find anywhere. Trusted names. And they're all right here at the Fayetteville Auto Park. But what really separates them is what happens after the sale. You want to know your vehicle can be serviced by people you trust, right where you bought it. And that's exactly what you get at Fayetteville Auto Park. An award-winning service department and an award-winning collision center, all under one roof. It really is your one-stop automobile headquarters. They've been in business for 25 years. That's a long time. Built on trust, relationships, top-tier service. That's how you stay around as long as they have. The Fayetteville Auto Park. Drive with confidence.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
You're going to be there, right?
Maybe.
Well, I'm saving you a seat.
I'm giving it the big maybe.
The hard maybe.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I saw that Oregon's quarterback is not going into the draft.
What are we
He's
doing?
announcing that he's going back to Oregon. He gave up the chance to be a top pick in the 2026 draft, according to projections. He was projected near the top of a loaded quarterback class in 2027 by going back to Oregon. He gave up a chance to make nearly $50 million in guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money.
Anybody that pays that guy $50 million, just like, a fool in his money or
And
party.
somebody will.
Last year's number
It'll
two
just
I
be
thought
next
he was
year.
the weak link on their offense, and I'm sure he's a great guy, but I thought Oregon would have been a lot better
But like,
with a better
what are
quarterback.
if you're $50 million guaranteed?
Travis Hunter made 46.6 fully guaranteed.
There
He was
is
the number 2 pick
no
last
reason, no reason to stay at Oregon.
Well, what do you think his reason is?
Well, he's not getting $50 million. I can tell you that.
Yeah, what do you think the reason is, honestly?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, was he offered $50 million guaranteed, or that's just what somebody said could get?
That's the going rate. NFL draft slot. You have slots in the first round.
I can't imagine that when push comes to shove, he would be as early a pick as he's being projected to be.
Maybe not, but he's still in line to get guaranteed money and start the NFL clock.
You might not have this, and we could have looked it up before now, so I'm sorry for asking. But what I'd like to look at is at what number, like slot in the first round, or do we have to get to the second round, that you're actually making more guaranteed money to go back to college? Like, I get you could make more in the NFL and your pension and your clock and all that, and you're getting that going. But I'm just talking about money in hand. If you're drafted, you get a lot more money to go to the NFL, and that stops at what pick?
Yeah. What's the
if you remember, like last year, there was a surge in guaranteed money for second rounders. But
can we safely say, if you're not a first or second round pick and somebody's offering you $4 to $6 to $7 million to stay in college, that you're getting more guaranteed money to stay in college than you are to go to the NFL?
Oh, I'm sure
it's all about the guaranteed money because of injuries and risk and all that stuff. So it's not about the size of your contract. It's about the guaranteed, but it's always about the guaranteed money in all of these deals in the NFL.
You just got to look at it case by case. I'm sure for some.
But what I'm saying is there's a slot.
Well,
second round.
They don't really
slot
them in football, do they? Quite like they do.
Well,
in
no,
baseball?
you can go based. You can go based on historical. But most of the time, there's a spot in there. 40 picks in or whatever it is.
Right. I see what you're
asking. Getting more guaranteed money to stay in college, and to me, that's what's crazy.
Historically, the first round is fully guaranteed. The second round, it's on a team-by-team basis, right?
But let's say you're bottom of the first round. What guaranteed money? How much money are you getting?
Well, I can tell you what the
pick.
slot is.
Just give me a barometer. Not necessarily.
Like the 30th pick is $16.9 million
guaranteed.
That's the
contract.
That's the contract.
So that's not all guaranteed.
I mean, well, I imagine it pretty much is.
We can look at it more when we have time. But
that would be guaranteed.
Yeah. So the point is, if you're not a first round draft pick, and by the way, this isn't the NBA where you have 2 rounds. This is the NFL where you have 7, and so the bottom 5-6 rounds of the NFL draft are not as guaranteed valuable as staying in college.
The first round contracts are fully guaranteed.
Once you get out of the first round, then it becomes like you're in the market to stay in college. What's interesting about this Oregon quarterback is that it seems as though he was a first-round pick. So why is he coming back to school?
He's listed at at or near the top of draft big boards. Like it's Ty Simpson, Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson, Dante Moore. Like those are the big 3.
He'd have never been a starter.
Chuck doesn't think he's very good.
No, I don't think he's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
I tend to agree with Chuck, but he probably would be a first-round pick in some way,
That's
shape,
another
or form.
thing. How many really
good quarterbacks? You draft him in the first round, you're going to get fired.
How many really good quarterbacks are in college right now?
That's not the conversation.
Well, see, that's the thing right now. We're talking about when's the first $10 million guy going to be. What's going to happen when a generational quarterback comes along and goes into the portal? I'm not talking about a guy at Cincinnati that went 7-5. I'm not even talking about Levitt out there at Arizona State. I don't view either one of those guys as can't-miss pros. What's going to happen when the next Cam Newton comes along? We laugh about Jameis now, but man, everybody in America wanted him when he went to Florida State. What's going to happen when that generational
he was
talent,
awesome.
when he's really good? What's going to happen when the quarterback that's out there that everybody wants is actually great, actually can, change your fortunes? Fernando Mendoza would not have done it by himself at Indiana.
I mean, he wasn't that when he went to Indiana.
No, he was not. Not by any stretch.
By the way, going back to some things that Reese said, one of the most interesting things to me, and we've said it from time to time about Cignetti, is not only is he such a tactically detailed coach and they execute so well, but his ability to evaluate talent. Like, we see all these names in the portal here and other places, and some of the names and they were sought after by many others. But those guys that went to Indiana that are the makeup of this team from day one, Man, they weren't turning down Florida and Georgia and LSU to go to Indiana. And what kind of ability does Silverfield have in that lane?
Couple of points there. Reese brought it up. What happens, because it is a monkey see, monkey do business, are we headed toward older squads? Signetti says many times performance over projection, which I love. All projection does get you fired. You got to perform, and he emphasizes that, and therefore they've gone with older players. Here's what I wonder moving forward. Signetti has made his living off guys that are hungry, guys that were overlooked, guys that are fighters, guys you get in the foxhole with. That's who he's made his living with.
They want to prove something just like he does.
What's going to happen now that he's getting all the bonus babies? What's going to happen now that he's getting all the next year? What's moving forward? What's going to happen now that everybody wants to come play for him? I suspect he'll do okay, but I don't think it's going to be a different animal. It's a whole different deal. It's going to become a whole different deal for him. But for right now, with the group that he has them 1 through 85. I mean, he's got their heart, he's got their soul, he's got everything. Everything they're about is in his hands. He's got it. I don't know what it's going to be like moving forward, but I love their performance over projection. I realize, and basketball and football are different things. There's a huge place for the true freshman in basketball. Unfortunately, in college football right now, we're not in the same spot. But older players are the ones that seem to be playing for the championships in football primarily right now.
Have you produced? I don't care what your measurements are. I don't care what you
right.
projected.
That's the way
Have you produced?
Yeah.
If you've produced, then I think you can do it here. That's
right.
what he's saying.
And I think in the current model, if you have that luxury, not everybody has that luxury, but if you have the luxury of doing that, that's the way that it seems like, the trend's moving.
Real quick, What to Watch brought to you by Macadoodles. Wind Down Wednesday was yesterday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store. You get great customer service with anything you're looking for at Macadoodles. Unrivaled selection, competitive pricing across the board. It's probably going to be less there than at most places you shop. And you're going to get a great experience while you're at Macadoodles in Pineville, just north of the state line, north of Bella Vista, West Siloam Springs, and at Guess Who in Bentonville. All right, what are we watching, Bart?
Well, let's go to Saturday. Let's just fast forward to Saturday. Arkansas, Georgia basketball, 3 o'clock, ESPN2. We've got NFL playoff action, Bills and Broncos, 3:30 CBS, Niners, Seahawks, 7 on Fox, and then on Sunday, Texans, Patriots, 2 o'clock on ABC, Rams, Bears, 5:30 p.m. on NBC.
Oh, it's going to be a fun weekend to watch some NFL and some Arkansas basketball. 8:33, it's Thursday morning. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Bo, and it seems like every day somebody else is asking me about the Sweating 'em Edge. It's real. It's a new me. It can be a new you. It's completely changed my energy level and my exercise gains. My mind's clearer. I sleep better. Life's just more enjoyable. If you get drained in the afternoon, or maybe you just can't shake that weight, do what I did. Take the Sweating 'em Edge. It's a free consultation. You get your results, and they'll give you a game plan. Just search the Sweating 'em Edge or log on to sweating'emcosmetic.com. Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Ryan Silverfield has my attention.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay.
Has my attention.
Okay.
Is this like the seal of approval?
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Are we moving closer to the Bart seal of approval?
The man hasn't coached a game yet here.
Yeah.
But he has your attention.
He has my attention for what he's doing in the transfer portal. When
y'all better put him in the Heisman.
Sure. Pay attention.
Look, when you see these initial transfer portal rankings, you expect them to change pretty rapidly over the course of the portal period as some of the big dogs in the sport get after it and start signing players and everything. But when you look at what Arkansas has done in the portal, they've been hanging around the top 10 this entire time in terms of portal class rankings. 10th right now in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. 11th via On3. They're doing a great job in the portal, but what, at least it appears that way, right? We have no idea how these guys are going to play at Arkansas, right? But it appears that things are going well. Here's what caught my attention yesterday. Maryland transfer corner Lakai Rowland signed with Arkansas. Starter at Maryland, had a good year as the starter at Maryland. They're, you could say their best player in the defensive backfield. That alone is, eye-grabbing, and a starter from a Power 4 conference school. He visited Ohio State, right? And Ohio State fans were really pissed off that they didn't get this guy. And that he came to Arkansas.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, to running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is where excitement, luxury, and nonstop action come together, all in one unforgettable destination. The Oaklawn Casino Resort features a 24/7 smoke-free casino with more than 1,500 slot machines, plus blackjack, craps, roulette, along with great dining, live entertainment, and energy that goes all night. When it comes time to relax, check into the luxury hotel, enjoy award-winning restaurants like the Bugler, and unwind at the Astral Spa, Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. And it's the perfect escape with Hot Springs National Park and beautiful scenic lakes just minutes away. And for sports fans, Oaklawn Sportsbook keeps the action going year-round. Bet on football, basketball, baseball, golf, and more. Even international sports with easy deposits and withdrawals, all through America's best sports betting app. Oaklawn is your Hot Springs escape. Plan your visit today at oaklawn.com. The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter, or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show.
Get up. You got to get up. You got to go. You're going to feel worse if you don't. Feel better now.
I don't know about
Hate
that.
it later.
You might feel better staying in bed.
You will. You will.
That's an embellishment. You might feel better staying in bed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We've been talking incessantly throughout the breaks about this Kalshi thing we've discovered today. We're late to the party. We're really late to the party. And I'm back out. I've decided I'm just going to go with the good old-fashioned gambling.
Really? 10 minutes ago you were all in. Yeah. And then Bo says, so if I do this and this, and then Edward starts reciting numbers, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, he's got a future.
My understanding there would be no math.
Edward belongs on this site. I mean, he's got a future.
I just understand.
That's what I mean. You should be.
He's awfully familiar with it. I'm just going to say
you should be assistant CFO around here.
I don't.
He seems to know how it works.
I don't have sit right next to Kyle as a CFO. Because I was asking Bart, so if I bought $100 worth of shares in Arkansas to win the SEC regular season title, or as Bart did, he got them at 14-1 on Oaklawn.
Who wins
more money? And Edward just emphatically let me know that Bart would win a lot more money than I would, and that's all I needed to hear.
Well, you then followed up with a question, and this is where my confusion starts. I'm thinking buy low, sell high.
Right.
And like if you pick Arkansas to win the SEC, and it's low right now, comparatively speaking, but then by the end it's high. But you say you'll make less money. I don't understand.
No,
well,
that's not what that whole thing got confused right there. You're not going to make less money if the number goes up. He's going to make less money than Bart.
Well, he's going to make less money than you could if you held it the whole time.
So if the shares went up to 90 cents a share,
you would still make money.
And I bought it at 33 cents a share.
Yeah. Yes, you would triple.
You get all that
triple
money.
your money.
You get all that money.
It's a 3-to-1 bet.
And so you can say, I'm going to cash out now before they play the last game of the regular season.
That's right. Yes. So you can take your 90.
I'll take door number 2.
Yeah,
that's the advantage to where
share.
Bart can't cash out of his.
So why are you out?
Future.
Why are you out?
Well, I just I think if I'm going to bet that Arkansas wins the SEC championship, then I've got a much higher return on that investment.
I'm not looking to sell my bet. I believe.
Yeah, but they got 2 really tough games right at the end of the season.
They do, but I think this is a really good basketball team. 7th in the country right now in terms of offensive efficiency. I think the defense is going to keep coming along.
That changes everything.
But no, I mean what I'm saying is they can score against anybody.
No, Bart's big on the
I
defensive.
know when he starts talking about efficiency rating.
Chuck looked at me during the break while Edward and Bart were just going through a bunch of numbers over there, and he goes, I was told there would be no math.
No, it was just confusing.
Hey, look,
it was confusing.
I'm good until we got to start breaking it all down.
Well, that's what you said, too. I'm out.
I think the SEC is a lot better than people think, too. Everybody was talking about how the league took a step back, and maybe it took a slight step back, but it's a lot better than I think people nationally and conversationally are giving it credit for. This is going to be a grind this year. You don't have to go 17-1 or 16-2 or whatever to win the league this year.
What does Cauchy say? More SEC or Big Ten teams in the tournament? What's it saying?
How about that?
I don't know this.
I don't think it has that.
I saw a projection the other day. Had the Big Ten with 11 and the SEC with 9.
Well, I mean, look, the metrics and the analytics always love the Big Ten teams for whatever reason.
Yeah,
they always do.
Huh.
Like if you look at KenPom right now, Michigan 1, Purdue 4, Illinois 5. So 3 of the top 5 teams in the Big Ten. That's probably not really an accurate representation of
I got you. I understand.
Of college basketball right now. But we'll see. I think the SEC is plenty good though.
All right, the national championship games Monday. I'll be there. I need to talk to you guys about that, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to be at the airport on Tuesday morning. So if you want me to tape a special report after the game, hey, here's what happened. Indiana won by a lot.
Nah, we're good.
Michael, I get you a one-on-one with Michael Irvin. How does it feel to lose?
Yes. He'll still be up.
Are you crashing? Are you crashing?
He'll still be up.
Bet with Oaklawn Sports. They got Arkansas or Indiana as an 8-point favorite. It's Arkansas's best sports betting app. Is that enough points, Bart?
No.
What's the points?
So take Indiana 8.
Ooh.
8 at Oaklawn right now.
It's come back down to 8, huh?
Yeah.
How much do you think they'll win by, Bart?
2 touchdowns.
What does Cauchy say?
13.5. You can get 39 cents a share for that. 13.5.
Edward knows what everything you say is worth.
Edward's like, no matter what you say, he's like, there's a lot of value in that statement.
He's going to put a monetary value in every phrase that comes out of your mouth.
I can get you a share price.
In every outcome. When does Chuck take a nap today? 18 cents says before 2 o'clock.
How late were you up last night, Chuck?
I was up pretty late.
Do you work for these guys?
73 cents a share on
great.
Yes.
Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. New and existing customers get a 10% profit boost on qualifying 3-leg parlays and same-game parlays. And futures, outright winners, spreads, totals. It's all there at Oaklawn Sports. Bet with the brand you trust. Bet with Oaklawn Sports. It's 8:44. It's Thursday morning. So much going on in here.
Well, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the perfect light beer to kick off the new year? Flight by Yingling raises the bar for light beers. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Yingling, but it's a light beer. Grab a Flight at your favorite store or ask your bartender and take your beer game to new heights. It's perfect for the holidays or watching a game. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Are you looking for tough, reliable equipment from people you can trust? WT Equipment is your local family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas. And yep, they're big-time hog fans too. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, Steel, and more. They carry the brands you know and trust to get the job done. Whether it's equipment or implements, WT Equipment has the tools you need, including a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment today.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
If you're having issues with your gutters or drainage around the house, you need to call Hog Trough Gutters. They're locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience. Seamless gutters made on site, trenching and French drains. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured, and every job comes with a 20-year guarantee. Hog Trough Gutters services all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Log on to their website, hoggutters.com, to find out more. That's hoggutters.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Hold on, guys. I'm on Chuck and Bo Show. Hold on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, now more than ever, it's important to partner with a well-trained real estate professional, someone who understands all the ins and outs of the game and makes sense of all the things we read about in the real estate market every day. That's why I've partnered with Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, from the very beginning. And that's why I recommend them to you. I remember the first time I bought a home. I didn't have any idea what was going on. They did, fortunately, and they guided me through the process. They listened, and perhaps that's the most important thing. You want someone on your side of the table who understands your needs and who listens. Now, they've got offices in Northwest Arkansas. They're in Fayetteville and Bentonville. They're in the River Valley as well, in Fort Smith. You hear us talking about their office in Branson. You're going to see their yellow signs all over town, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
When it comes to any kind of construction, you need to know and be able to depend on who you're dealing with. When it comes to your roof or a remodel, Teamwork Roofing and Construction builds everything using only the best materials, including Malarkey shingles that perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Your roof is more than just shingles. It protects your home, your business, and everything inside. Residential or commercial, simple or complex, Teamwork Roofing and Construction has the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget, treating every job like it's their own. They do what they say, show up when they say they will, and when the job's done, it's like they were never there, except for a brand new roof or a remodel. And they now do cabinetry. Get the customer care and reliability you can count on. Visit teamworkbuilt.com. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
The Chuck and Bo Show on Demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Part, with full replays available on YouTube and Twitter. Or catch up on all 3 hours with a podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search The Chuck and Bo Show. I will confess, I've reached the point in my life when my main goal every day is to get home. So once I'm there, it's going to take quite a bit to get me back out.
The Chuck and Bo
All right,
Show.
so here's some news. Okay, what did we hear about NIL and rev share? We heard that $20.5 million was now available for schools to be able to pay their own players. To share revenue, pay their own players. And then in NIL, we were going to have this governing body that any deal over $600 had to be approved. That's what we heard, right? That's what we were told. That's the bill we were sold. This news at the NCAA convention, the CSC, the College Sports Commission, which is that NIL governing body, the head of the new regulatory body for college sports, urged schools to sign an agreement sent out nearly 2 months ago, pledging to abide by new rules that govern how to pay players, saying, if there was a time to stick out your neck, it's now, said Brian Seeley, the CEO of the 7-month-old organization. Used in his presentation at the convention Wednesday to thank leaders from 4 schools who did put out a statement backing the agreement, he urged others to sign on. Meanwhile, Georgia's president, Jerry Moorhead, if the CSC is not going to enforce the settlement, if the NCAA is not going to enforce the tampering, and if Congress is not going to pass the SCORE Act, then it leaves the SEC in a position that we have to go our own way to create rules. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you college athletics.
Who are the 4 that signed it? It's kind of like pledge that you will not smoke your entire high school career. No cigarettes.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I'm going to sign the pledge.
Again, it's like volunteer stuff. It's like, will you please just promise that you're not going to cheat when you go out there and play in that scramble today? Will you promise that you're only going to use the exact length of the driver as the club length? Do you promise not to use a mulligan
that you didn't pay for, or you hit it just to see, but you really weren't using your mulligan, so now you'll take it? Or you're in a no mulligan tournament and you still take a mulligan.
Or you picked up an 8-footer, called it good.
Good.
Would you just promise? Would you pledge to that?
No.
Well, I think a lot of people are like, sure. Doesn't change a thing. I mean, what are we talking about? Would you promise? Would you just promise? Would everybody put their hand in here in the middle? We'll get us a King James version. Does everybody put their hand in the middle? I promise. I promise I won't cheat.
Solemnly swear.
I swear. I pledge. What are we doing, man? And how much is that guy getting paid? And how much is going into that organization?
Is he the guy that was like he was the president of Deloitte or something? You know, wasn't Deloitte going to be involved in this somehow?
Yeah.
I forget. It's almost as though it's all right. What can we say this week to appease the masses?
Allegiance.
You know, and then it's totally forgotten about in 2 weeks.
Bart, what are your thoughts over there in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room? You got your first security hoodie on. You got your Blakeman's hat on. You're looking like $1 million damn dollars.
She popped up on the computer.
Yeah. I mean, look,
I know you do.
I
know you do.
It's the same thing that I've been saying for weeks. Like, what are we doing here? Just like, what are we doing?
We're investing in our future.
You read that story, Bo, and it's like, what are we doing?
Nobody knows. They're not getting the job done, not like WT Equipment does, where they got the Bobcats and the New Hollands and the Steel, all the brands you need for light construction work, especially the Bobcat. Great equipment. And Hay & Forage, too, WT Equipment, 8 locations, family-owned and operated, WTEquip.com. Find them online. What are you going to do with yourself tonight, Chuck?
I'm going to get on here and do some calci, man. I'm going to mortgage my future just like everybody else.
Invest in your future?
I'm going to invest in my future, yes.
Drew Brees. How old do you think Drew Brees is today? If you had to guess. Just take a beat here.
I know it.
I know, but if I'm just asking.
46.
47.
He's 47.
Yeah. Who's older? Drew Brees or
Today
Pitbull?
would also be Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Passed away in 1968.
Who's older, Drew Brees or Pitbull? Both of their birthdays are today.
Pitbull's older.
Pitbull's younger, 45.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day is actually celebrated on Monday.
That's right.
Day of the national championship game. We got to get this thing moved back. It's too late in the year. Have a great day.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota,